Where can you find the best Universal Orlando snacks across the parks? And what are we looking forward to trying the most when Epic Universe finally opens up? If you're looking for the greatest snacks to try in all of Universal Orlando this year, then congrats, you found the perfect DFV video, and we've already done all the work for you. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Vlog. Similar to what we did during our Best Disneyland Snacks for 2025 video, today I'm going to be taking you inside the Universal Orlando parks and rating the overall snack offerings in each land on a scale of 1 to 5. 1 being mediocre, 5 being hardcore. Keep in mind that per usual, these ratings are all subjective and based on our firsthand experiences, which is why no matter what we personally think about the snack selections in a certain area, we'll still give you a whole smorgasbord of sweet and savory recommendations in every location we explore so that you can find your new favorite Universal treats no matter where you are inside the parks. But before we get to ratings, how's about we take a look into the future of Universal snacking? What can we look forward to at Epic Universe? We can't rank Epic Universe lands by their snack selections just yet, since this third park gate doesn't officially open until May 22nd, 2025, but we can absolutely tell you what we're looking forward to munching on once we're finally there. Now, before you get out your pen and paper, if you're an old-fashioned note taker like I am, don't worry, the DFB team and I have already typed out all of these Epic Universe snack locations for you, as well as every Epic Universe restaurant, ride, show, and shop that you have to look forward to once this theme park opens its portals and welcomes you in. You can find this free list by scanning the QR code you see on the screen right now. Or if you're on your phone and can't scan the QR code at this time, you can always head to disneyfoodblog.com/epic and pick up our free guide that way. But for now, let's explore the future of epic snacking. In Celestial Park, along with the 2 full-service restaurants called Atlantic and the Blue Dragon, you'll be able to enjoy the Oak and Star Tavern for some hearty barbecue, or Pizza Moon for a variety of, well, why don't you give it your best guess? That's right, pizza. And if you're in the mood for something more sugary and less barbecue-y or pizza-y, you'll be able to swing by Moonship Chocolates and Celestial Sweets. In the new Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, you've got the French-inspired Café L'air de la Sirène and the dark and sinister Le Goblet Noir to look forward to eating if you're wanting a full meal. But as far as snacks are concerned, there'll be no shortage of French treats and delights to enjoy here, thanks to the Caramel Confectionery. For those 21 and older, you can order up an exclusive beer, wine, or cocktail served amongst U.S. Quidditch team pennants and other items of Wizarding Americana at Bar Moonshine. And of course, you can't forget to pick up a classic butterbeer from the Beer-a-Boar cart. Beer-a-Bear cart, maybe? In Super Nintendo World, we've already got a pretty good idea of what the Toadstool Cafe is going to serve up for quick meals and snacks, since we've already seen 2 other Toadstool Cafes open up at Universal Japan and Universal Hollywood. But just to sum it up in a sentence, expect to find lots of food and drink options here themed around Mario and his friends. Along with Toadstool Cafe, you can pay a visit to the Bubbly Barrel in Donkey Kong Country, which will offer sweet treats and refreshing drinks all inside a gigantic barrel. And Yoshi's Snack Island and Turbo Boost Treats will each offer video game-themed treats, snacks, and beverages as well. In How to Train Your Dragon Isle of Berk, you'll have 2 main quick services, Mead Hall with its hearty meat dishes and a variety of meads and ciders, and Spitfire Grill with its flame-seared meals. But along with those 2 locations, you've also got the racing-themed Hooligans Grog and Gruel food stand, which will be located near the Viking training camp. And finally, over in Dark Universe, you've got 2 more quick services to anticipate. Das Steakhouse will feature burgers and kebabs and sandwiches and, well, you know, ancient catacombs and vampire lore, normal restaurant stuff, while the Burning Blade Tavern will stay true to its name by setting their windmill ablaze every so often throughout the day, and yet they'll still continue to serve up things like burgers and pretzels, wings, bratwurst, and specialty beverages. You know, monster stuff. But the more snack-worthy location is going to be DeLacy's Cottage, a snack stand that pays tribute to Frankenstein's monster, where guests can find monstrous munchies like ice cream and cinnamon bread, twisted taters, and more. I have no idea why we are associating ice cream and cinnamon bread with Frankenstein's monster, but I'm here for it. Okay, gang, now I've just gotten myself all hyped up for the Epic Universe snacks all over again. My scriptwriter Bria and I are already making plans to taste our way around all these different areas after the park officially opens, so make sure to follow along with us because in the future, we'll be creating an updated Best Snacks video to really give you a good idea of the greatest and most unique snacks you can try around Epic Universe. And you know, when it comes to Bria and me, we usually have some pretty hearty disagreements when it comes to food, so get ready for those and be ready to choose sides. Okay, now that you know we're going to come back to Epic Universe once we get over there and eat all that food, let's move on to Islands of Adventure. Now, Islands of Adventure, IOA, definitely stays true to its name with adventurous attractions in every new area you step into. But can the same be said about its snack selections? Let's find out. We're going to go to Port of Entry first. I always tend to describe the Islands of Adventure Port of Entry area as the Main Street USA of Universal. It's where you first enter the park and find a variety of different shops surrounding you on both sides of the street. You'll also get to enjoy this little twinkling, transportive feeling music that really sets the tone for the day. Much like Main Street USA in Disney's Magic Kingdom, Port of Entry's got a pretty nice snack selection to choose from, and many of these snacks are very breakfast coded, just in case you want to grab a quick morning bite before heading towards your first ride of the day. You got a couple of chain restaurants here like Cinnabon and Starbucks, which won't give you anything too adventurous to munch on, but it'll still give you something familiar that'll tide you over until your next meal. You've also got the Croissant Moon Bakery, which serves sunrise breakfasts until 11 a.m. daily. But one of our new favorite things to try at this little counter service are the sweet and savory croffles. Yep, a croffle is the Frankenstein monster of croissants and waffles combined to create something monstrously filling and tasty and super unique. For something sweet, there's the cookies and cream croffle, topped with whipped cream and cookie crumbles and chocolate syrup for $8. And for something savory, there's the pizza croffle, topped with marinara, mozzarella cheese, and pepperoni for $10. Then there's the Backwater Bar, which has specialty cocktails like the jalapeno margarita and the Adventurer's Mule with passion fruit puree. Just in case you swing back around the area later on for an afternoon pick-me-up, that's what you're going to want to seek out. All in all, not a bad way to start off our snack video. Croissant Moon Bakery definitely takes the top snacks title in this area of the park, but the other more familiar treats and drinks inside Port of Entry might fare as your safe haven when you're craving something that you already know will satisfy your palate. So this area gets a 3 out of 5. So you'd think that Marvel Superhero Island would have some more adventurous snacks for us to try here, but maybe we've just been spoiled by the Avengers campus over in California Adventure. For the most part, the snacks you can pick up from Marvel Superhero Island are pretty basic. Though I'll never turn down some Auntie Anne's pretzel nuggets if you offer them to me. I mean, I never turn them down at the mall, so why stop now? By the way, is it Auntie Anne's or is it Auntie Annie's? What do you say? Please let me know. That being said, what gives Marvel Superhero Island the savory snack upper hand, in my opinion, is a very, very, very underrated snack. Potato knish. Over at the food stand next to the Spider-Man shop, you can find what's essentially a flaky pastry filled with mashed potatoes. Is it kooky and superhero themed? No, but it certainly has that perfect crunch to soft texture ratio with plenty of potato filling, so you get lots of that pillowy, buttery goodness with each bite. Plus, it tends to come with a side of sour cream too for an extra flavor profile to add to the mix. I'm going to rate this land a little higher than you might expect just for the potato knish alone. I am a big potato fan, as you know, but if for some reason this inconspicuous potato knish snack stand is closed on the day of your visit, then knock this rating down by 1 point. 3 out of 5. When you visit Toon Lagoon, you're really visiting for those Super Soaker water rides, but when it comes to snacking, you might be better off venturing someplace else. Sure, Wimpy's does serve pineapple Dole Whip whenever this quick service window is open, and you can get a few basic snack options from Comic Strip Cafe like breadsticks and egg rolls and fries and s'mores sundae cups. But if you're holding out for Universal's all-time best snacks, stick with the water rides here and save your stomach space for the more satisfying selections in other areas of the park. 2 out of 5. I almost feel like it's unfair to rate the snacks here at Skull Island because it's such a teeny-weeny section of Islands of Adventure anyways. All you're going to find over here is the Skull Island Reign of Kong attraction and a little snack stand called the Mess Tent that serves a couple of savory options and banana ices. Otherwise, this is such a small sliver of the park that the snack options really don't make much of a dent, if any. Although, where else are you going to get banana ices? 1 out of 5. And what about Jurassic Park? What snacks can you find over in the land of dinos? Well, Oh, look, Velocicoaster! That coaster is fun, right? Let's pay attention to that instead. Okay, fine. Jurassic Park doesn't have a whole lot of awesome snack selections either, beyond theme park staples like chili cheese fries and milkshakes, which, hey, I am all for those. They're just not the most exciting snack options ever when your local Sonic drive-thru has very similar items to choose from. The most exciting and unique thing you can order from the Jurassic Park area is its exclusive IPA beer called the Jurassic World Isla Nublar IPA. This uses Citra and Mosaic hops with a small amount of orange, grapefruit, and pineapple juice to give it that refreshing and tropical flair. Typically, you can find this brew on tap inside the Jurassic Park area over at the Burger Digs, Thunders Falls Terrace, The Watering Hole, and Natural Selections. So the snack options might be a little more limited in Jurassic Park. That being said, I do want to give a huge shout out to the Thunder Falls Terrace quick service here, since their platter and combo entrees do have some more unique options that go beyond just your typical theme park staples. They've got char-grilled ribs, roasted pernil, which is a Puerto Rican pork dish, rice bowls, and full-on rotisserie chickens. Ranking 2 out of 5. All right, now we're cooking with gas, as my grandma used to say. I might give Universal's Wizarding Worlds a hard time for being the only place inside Universal Parks where I can't grab Muggle Soda Pop. Listen, I cannot control my inner soda goblin. She controls me. No matter what you say in the comments. But Hogsmeade more than makes up for that with their eclectic snacks and wizarding beverages. First, there's Honeydukes, the ever so colorful and magical sweet shop where you can pick up confections straight out of the Harry Potter series, like those chocolate frogs and Bertie Bott's Every Flavor beans, fizzing Whizbees, and the like. There's also a display case where you can grab other freshly made treats like cauldron cakes, I love a cauldron cake, and various flavors of fudge. No, seriously, when I get a cauldron cake, I just take it back to my room in the hotel and just hang out with it for a while. Anyway, then you've got the Three Broomsticks, which is mostly known for being a quick service location with hearty British pub fare, but you can get a variety of snackier options at this place too, like butterbeer pot de creme, butterbeer ice cream, or maybe even a kid's portion of the fish and chips. I love the fish and chips from here, so I'd gladly make it a meal or a snack just as long as I get to have some at some point during my visit. And finally, you can't pay a visit to the Wizarding World without at least trying a cup of butterbeer, either in the frozen, cold, or hot variety. Butterbeer is available at the Three Broomsticks, Hogshead at the back of the Three Broomsticks, and the 2 out in the open butterbeer street carts, though your best bet for the shortest butterbeer lines is going to be over at Hogshead. While I do love the snack offerings over in Hogsmeade, and this might be a hot take that I'm about to drop, let the record show that this still isn't my absolute favorite place to grab snacks while I'm in Islands of Adventure. That place has yet to be explored, but don't worry, we're coming up to it soon. This one gets 4 out of 5. Okay, the Lost Continent is next. Also not my favorite place to grab snacks in Islands of Adventure, but hey, it's still got some decent options that often get overlooked, just because there's not a whole lot else to do in this section of the park. The Lost Continent's main claim to fame is their award-winning Mythos restaurant, which you can learn all about in our Best Universal Orlando Restaurants video. But that's not really a snack location, so where can we actually find something that's not going to give us a whole steak and potatoes meal? If Doc Sugru's dessert kebabs was more reliable, I'd say this would be a great place to grab a savory and hearty snack, but at the moment, this snack location is currently unavailable and we don't exactly know when it's going to reopen again, but I'll let you know if the status of that changes. Really, if you want a snack while you're inside the Lost Continent, the best place for that is Fire Eater's Grill. Typically, this is where you're going to grab on-the-go gyros, falafels, or chicken finger platters, but you can also grab some more snack-like options here that aren't just your average theme park eats. You can get pita with tzatziki sauce, Greek honey puffs, which is like fried donut balls with honey drizzled on top, and edible cookie dough that you can top with your choice of Kit Kats or Reese's Pieces. Some people say Reese's, and sometimes I say Reese's, and my husband always tells me I'm wrong. Or Brownie Bits. The moral, don't miss out on what could be your family's favorite snacks just because they're hiding inside a section of the park that doesn't have a whole lot going on. Ranking 3 out of 5. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Even though we're still only in the middle of this video, my all-time favorite place to grab a snack at Islands of Adventure is Seuss Landing. Now, do not make fun of me, please. This place rules. Does the Cat in the Hat dark ride give me nightmares? Yes. Am I still offended that Bria called Seuss Landing's high-in-the-sky trolley ride the universal equivalent of Magic Kingdom's People Mover? Yes. Will I always come here first thing when I want the best savory snacks park-wide? You betcha. And one of the main reasons that Seuss Landing is the keeper of my snack-loving heart is because of the, let's say it together, Who Hash. That's right, green eggs and ham snack window. Loaded tots and Who Hash. Yes, please, just give me the whole spread, everything on the menu, and I treat them like they're tapas. The loaded tot varieties here are impressive and cater to a lot of different tastes. There's a buffalo chicken option, a pizza option, a straight up green eggs and ham option, but most importantly, there's a Who Hash option. That's where you can eat your tots straight out of a Who Hash tin can. And how much more portable can you get? While you'd think this would make the white melty cheese, onion, and corned beef toppings pretty unevenly distributed, cause cylinder, there are toppings all the way through the can and not just loaded up at the top. So even when you're down at the bottom working on your last forkful, you're still going to come up with plenty of white cheese sauce. Don't you worry. Just a word of warning though, the melty cheese that comes on the Who Hash and the green eggs and ham option too does dry and kind of coagulate pretty quickly. It's not bad that way, but the texture of the snack does change as it cools, so it's not as drizzly or melty later on. Now, most of the time, luckily, it's hot in Orlando, so you're not going to have to worry about that. But if you do go in the winter or during a cold snap, just heads up and eat it quick. Aside from the green eggs and ham, you've also got the Hop on Pop ice cream shop, where you can find root beer floats, brownie sundaes, or the more unique option, the sundae on a stick, which is a vanilla ice cream bar hand-dipped in chocolate with your choice of topping. Toppings include rainbow sprinkles, chocolate sprinkles, hot fudge, caramel sauce, chocolate sauce, or nuts. So maybe not like ultra unique because it's just an ice cream bar, but hey, they'll still give you quite a bit of ice cream on that stick, so kids are gonna love it. Speaking of kids, the little ones in your group will probably get a kick out of the moose juice and the goose juice too. Kind of like how Galaxy's Edge in Hollywood Studios has their own dueling blue and green milk, this Seuss Moose Goose Juice is a novelty non-alcoholic drink option where you can get a frozen orange beverage, that's the moose, or a frozen sour green apple beverage, that's the goose. These icy drinks are very sugary and probably won't hydrate you at all, but they're sweet and tart and a great option for kids who want to take a picture showing you their bright green tongues. Seuss Landing is really fun, all right? The savory snacks are tasty, the sugary snacks are very sugary, but whether you're trying to cater to a kid or an adult here, you're bound to find something in this section of the park that makes you go, that sounds interesting, let's try it out. 5 out of 5. Okay, we are done with Islands of Adventure. We are moving over to Universal Studios next. Ready for another hot take? I think I might like the snack offerings inside Universal Studios Florida even more than the ones in Islands of Adventure. But let's see if you agree with me. If you want wacky, memorable snacks, you're gonna get them at Minions Land. So Minions Land has no shortage of novelty snacks. You can find stuff like banana-flavored popcorn from Pop Banana, specialty ice pops from Freeze Ray Pops, which come in 4 different character flavors, Blue Banana, Gru's Nutella, Vector's Orange Cream, and Evil Minions Blue Lemonade. Minion Cafe desserts like the fluffy unicorn cupcake are there, the Minion Swiss roll, and Otto's Pet Rock made with peanut butter mousse, strawberry jelly, crushed peanuts, and banana cake, dipped in a chocolate shell, and he's very, very cute. There's also Minion-shaped tots that you can get as an a la carte side option, or the specialty non-alcoholic beverages like the PX41 Punch, a fruit lemonade topped with Pop Rocks, and the Antidote, which is supposed to taste like a banana cream pie. And don't forget about the Bake My Day Bakery, which has tons of extra Minion-themed confectionery goodies for you to choose, from macarons to s'mores to packaged sweets and more. And if you're a big fan of that fake banana flavoring, you're going to have an even better time snacking around here. Now, what I will say is that a lot of the sweet treats in Minions Land are kind of artificial tasting, kind of like grocery store cupcake kind of thing. I wasn't super tempted by too much of it, but your kids are going to love it. 4 out of 5. San Francisco might not have a whole lot to offer in terms of attractions, aside from Fast and Furious Supercharged, which probably won't be your favorite ride ever, just taking a swing in the dark here. However, the snack variety is somewhat of a sleeper hit. Along with being one of the only places where you can find a sit-down meal over at Lombard's Seafood Grill, San Fran is also the home of the San Francisco Pastry Company, where you can find a selection of elderberry croissants, danishes, soups and bread bowls, and even boba tea. The Hong Kong boba tea is made with an oolong milk tea served over ice with coffee boba and then topped off with salted cheese foam to make it a little more creamy. But if you'd rather order a specialty cocktail, you can find several of those at Chez Alcatraz. Just think, you order the Ocean Attack from Chez Alcatraz made with Don Q rum, blue curacao, pineapple juice, Sprite, and a dash of grenadine, and then you'll walk over to the giant hanging great white shark nearby for that picture op. It's a bite out of your afternoon well spent. This probably isn't going to be a place your kids are going to want a snack. Not when there's so many other unique and novelty snacks sprinkled throughout the park. And they're probably already sugar rushing from Minions Cafe, but adults might enjoy the variety here, especially those who are sick of that fake banana flavor. 3 out of 5. So you can find the New York section of Universal Studios Florida once you walk past Minions Land. It's back there with Race Through New York starring Jimmy Fallon and Revenge of the Mummy. This is actually one of the few places inside the park where you'll find a full table service restaurant, the Irish pub themed Finnegan's Bar and Grill. But if you're looking for snacks, you're going to find more mall food court options here versus unique themed treats that you'll remember long after you leave the park. So, Auntie Anne's again. Good stuff, reliable stuff, but not exactly pet rocks and banana popcorn. You could always instead get yourself a bowl of minestrone soup and a side of garlic knots over at Louie's Italian restaurant if that suits your fancy. But again, not the most adventurous option out here, but it might be a nice snack alternative for whenever you're visiting the park on an abnormally chilly day. All right, we're back to Wizarding World. The Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Diagon Alley just might be my favorite place to snack in all of Universal Studios Florida. Scratch that. It is my favorite place to snack. Yep. I place Diagon Alley's snack selection on a higher pedestal than Hogsmeade's for a few key reasons. One, this is where you can find Florian Fortescue's, aka the best ice cream in Universal Orlando. Florian specializes in both soft serve and hand scooped ice cream, and while both are really, really good, that you can't really go wrong with, it's hard to not choose the soft serve option simply because of those ribbon swirls that'll capture the flavor of whatever you're ordering, like coffee or orange or even butterbeer. 2, in my humble opinion, IMHO, I think the Leaky Cauldron has an overall stronger menu selection than what you're going to find at Three Broomsticks. While several of their British fare options do overlap, Leaky Cauldron also serves other satisfying items that the Three Broomsticks doesn't, like scotch eggs, sticky toffee pudding, pumpkin soup, and a greater variety of wizarding specialty drinks. Still no Diet Coke, but whatevs, I'm not here to ruin the mood with my Muggle soda cravings. 3, Sugar Plums is the wizarding confectionery that you'll find in these parts, which sells the same sort of things that you'll find in Honeydukes. I don't know if one confectionery is actually better than the other. It all depends on what aesthetic you prefer, really. But I will say that Sugar Plums has a Dolores Umbridge toy that goes back and forth on a tightrope while carrying 2 heavy-looking cauldrons. So that kind of gives this place the upper hand for me personally. And 4, right outside of Diagon Alley, in front of King's Cross Station, what are we going to talk about? That's right, my jacket potatoes over at the London Taxi Hut. Now, I know I've told you this story before, but when Brie and I were just eating all around Universal Studios and had been just consuming sugar all day long, and we'd been there for like 8 hours already. Oh my gosh, these jacket potatoes, just a plain old baked potato with butter and salt just hit the spot because it felt like real food. You know what I'm saying? You get it. Anyway. This little tucked away taxi hut is where you can get jacket potatoes topped with shepherd's pie, which, by the way, shepherd's pie is supposed to be just lamb, but every time you see shepherd's pie in like the Orlando area, it will most likely be beef or lamb and beef. You're rarely going to get a shepherd's pie with just lamb in this area. Just a heads up, if you're coming from the UK and you see shepherd's pie on a menu, it's probably going to be cottage pie most of the time. Just FYI. Also, you can get broccoli and cheese topped jacket potatoes or beans and cheese too. But get this, there's that secret menu item here that costs less than everything else on the menu. While all the other potatoes are going to cost you $10, you can order a plain baked potato with just soft butter on the side for just over $7 instead. So, yep, I'm going to rank this one 5 out of 5. Okay, not that I don't love coming over to this section of the park for a rousing round of blasting aliens during Men in Black Alien Attack, but the snack options at World Expo are severely limited. The best thing you're going to find in the World Expo area is a Coca-Cola Freestyle machine and ices. Nothing wrong with that. You know me, love having easy access to soda. But yeah, no major Men in Black themed snacks around these parts, just your bare basics. So 1 out of 5. Now, heading over to Springfield, USA, home of The Simpsons. Might not be my favorite place to ride rides, but The Simpsons area has surprisingly become one of my go-to locations to grab sweet and savory snacks in Universal Studios. You've got street tacos at Bumblebee Man's Taco Truck, that giant pink iced lard lad donut that you know I love, a chicken and waffle sandwich from Cletus's Chicken Shack, and the smoky Flaming Moe, which is a fruity non-alcoholic beverage that uses a dry ice effect to create a cool photo op. I don't think I'd go out of my way to say that the quality of these snacks goes above and beyond, but I've got to give a 4-star status to this place for the sheer quantity of Simpsons snack options alone. And honestly, they probably do taste better than you would expect Simpsons theme park food to taste. Some snacks are fun and novel, some are big enough to split with multiple people in your group, and others just flat out hit the spot. That's you, Lard Lad. 4 out of 5. DreamWorks Land is the newest land in Universal Studios Florida, and while the snacks here might be more style than substance, we're not necessarily mad about it. Take the Shrexel sold at Swamp Snacks, for instance. Is this the best pretzel you're ever going to eat? No. Is the cheese a little off-putting because it's cold and not hot, ooey gooey consistency I love so much? Yes. But you're still getting a decent-sized pretzel in the shape of Shrek's head. And you're not only getting a side of dipping cheese, but you're getting a side of green dipping cheese. Reminds me of the 90s when they kept turning ketchup into different colors to make it more appealing to kids. Same concept here. Green cheese speaks to the 90s mentality in all of us. You can also get a cup of mud puddle pudding here, which is basically that cookies and cream based dirt and worms combo, also a big hit in the 90s. But what makes this one extra cool is that it comes with little black shovel spoons to make it feel like you're really digging in. Get it? Okay. While I do love Florian Fortescue's ice cream, and I'm probably not going to skip it in exchange for the Trolls Treats ice cream swirls, if given the choice, kids might still want to prioritize this ice cream just because it's more colorful and more sprinkled and comes in a troll cone, so it looks like your ice cream is actually troll hair. You can choose from 2 different flavor profiles, either Poppylicious Pink, which tastes like pink lemonade, or Brozone Berry, which tastes like huckleberry. And if you don't know what huckleberry tastes like, it's very similar to blueberry, just maybe a little bit tartar. More tart. And then there's the DreamWorks Cafe with treats inspired by a lot of different DreamWorks characters like Boss Baby Beignets, Can't Stop the Donut, Strawberry Soft Paws, aka a fresh strawberry bowl, and Shrek-themed ice pops like Frozen Ogre Sour Apple or Chonky Donkey Chocolate, which is really fun to say. DreamWorks Cafe also serves these black and white Poe's Kung Fu Bao in case you're wanting something more savory but still snacky, which are filled with char siu pork and chicken teriyaki. Again, this area gets a lot of style points for its snacks for sure, and it's fun to pick up something here just for the sake of everything being fairly new to try. But I'd say the target audience for the snacks at DreamWorks Land are definitely the kids. 3 out of 5. Heading over to Hollywood, they've got some great places to swing by for a quick bite either in the morning or whenever you've made your whole loop around the park and you need a little snack to celebrate. Today Cafe, which is themed around NBC's morning show, is a quick service that specializes in breakfast offerings like croissants and bagel sandwiches, but you can also grab something here for a speedy lunch or dinner like a sandwich or a flatbread. And at any time throughout the day, you can pick out something from the bakery case like an eclair, brioche, specialty dessert, themed around whatever holiday is currently being celebrated. You can also find Cafe La Bomba inside Hollywood, another quick service restaurant that serves up Southern Californian, Mexican-inspired items during your lunch. Even if you just want to pop over here for a snack, there are quite a few shareable options on the La Bomba menu, including a fresh salsa flight with hand-cut pico de gallo, roasted corn salsa, and spicy tomatillo with lime-salted corn tortilla chips. But if you're looking for something truly unique from this place, the Horchata Cuatro Leches cake is an OG item you won't find anywhere else in the park, made with vanilla cake soaked in horchata and topped with dulce de leche. All great options, but if you want an AJ favorite snack from the Hollywood area, then you need to pay a visit to the Central Park Crepes kiosk. Am I confused as to why Central Park Crepes exist in the Hollywood area? Yes, I am, but I'm glad it exists, wherever they put it. Central Park Crepes has made to order sweet and savory crepes on the menu, and they are really made to order. Like, you can see them literally make the crepe in front of you. And depending on when you visit, you might just find a seasonal option here too, listed right up at the top of the menu if available. In the past, we've seen seasonal crepes like roasted turkey, croque monsieur, and my personal favorite, the street corn, which in the past has included roasted corn, cotija cheese, jalapenos, ancho marinated chicken, with a cilantro lime crema, which I leave off because I don't like cilantro, and blue corn tortilla strips. Overall, I'd say Hollywood is a good place to snack if you're looking for a more substantial treat that'll tide you over before your next big meal. The options here are hearty for a snack, but not so hearty that you won't be hungry for your City Walk dinner reservation that night at, say, Toothsome Chocolate Emporium or Cowfish or Bubba Gump's or, one of the other City Walk table service locations just outside of the park. By the way, Toothsome is not a bad place to get a snack as well. Okay, wait, hold on. We might be done tracking down the best Universal Orlando snacks right now, but we're definitely not done exploring these jam-packed parks yet. If you want to continue exploring and planning your future Universal Orlando vacation along with us, be sure to check out our Universal 2025 playlist on the DFB channel. We got a lot of videos all of a sudden. And don't forget to pick up your free Epic Universe Ultimate Guide over at disneyfoodblog.com/epic. The countdown is on. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.